Hey there, my name's Tony, and I'm here to walk you through the More Pro platform, our all-in-one website and platform solution built specifically for rental and service-based businesses. With More Pro, you can generate leads, automate manual processes, improve employee efficiency, manage communication and orders, and grow your revenue, all powered by real-time insights and automation. We're glad you've chosen us to help grow your business. And if you're ready, let's go ahead and start that process. All right, first thing we should probably start with is what it is exactly that your customers, when they visit your site, is going to see. And I've logged on to our demo website for you to show that. And the one feature I really want to highlight that's going to help you and your business with its automation is this get an instant quote fast. So you'll see here right off the top that we are going to over prioritize getting a quote for your website. So you can see here that if I click that button, a customer can automatically fill out a quote. And it has a drop down setup that allows them to choose what items they need, whether you're doing a service-based business or rental-based business. And then they can get that quote once they submit all of that information. All right, and then once that quote is sent and filled out, then your customers are going to be able to automatically view their invoice. And this is going to save you tremendous time. You're not going to have to manually send those invoices to that customer, allowing them to view their order details automatically. But what's also cool is that they'll automatically be able to see, if you look down here, your cancellation policy as a company, and then your delivery and pickup policy, or whatever policies that you want to show up on the invoice. All of that's going to be there, and all of that's going to be helping speed up your processes for your company, and also help you close orders faster. All right, so then that leads me to my next feature that I want to highlight for you on this demo, and that is our orders dashboard. So once your customers have placed an order, they filled out a quote, they've got their invoice, they're good to go. Well, we can actually intuitively manage all of our orders by going to the orders dashboard. Where is that? Well, on our software, if you go up here to the orders page and go down to the orders section, you're going to be able to see some valuable data that is overarching data on all of your orders. But if you want to look at specific stuff, you can scroll down here, and we have it broken down into workflow buckets. So you can see all estimates, but you can also see contracts not sent, contracts not signed, and then reserved orders. And then with each quote ever filled out with you, you can click on the pin tool for that specific quote and get a full layout of information on that quote and that customer. But if you scroll down, we actually have it broken down to where you can actually see when this person's been contacted, allowing you to go ahead and start that process if it's not already been started. We can check on emails and text messages that are sent, contracts that have been signed or sent, any store credit, their payment visibility, order changes, payments, all of that's collected here for you. So if you have a sales team, this is the part of the processing in our software that's going to tremendously help that sales team stay on top of the orders coming in and help you and your business. Okay, and then another feature that helps the automation process that we have inside of More Pro is going ahead and being able to push contracts through and send contracts to customers once they filled out that quote. As you can see, we actually have a workflow bucket that is titled contracts not sent. So that means these orders need their contract sent to them. You can click on the pin tool for that order, go to that specific order page, and then you would scroll down, and underneath all of our miscellaneous order details towards the bottom, we actually have a contracts tab. Now it's here that you can click on that and attach the customer, their order ID, and then you can attach a contract template. If you've not created one already, here's where you could do that. You can click that link and create a contract if you've not already. You can decide to send this as an email only, text only, or both, with a drop-down menu here, selecting yes if you want to send both. And then you can go ahead and open up that latest contract sent. But once all that information has been filled in and the contract's been created, you could push that contract through and send contract right here. Another great feature of the More Pro software is its warehouse workflow. So if you have a rental-based business or a service-based business that has a warehouse and you're having items that need to be prepared, items that need to be cleaned, or you're using will call pickup, we have automated that process so much for you to help you in your business. And I'd like to show you what that looks like. So if you get onto our software's back page dashboard and go up to schedules, we have a clean tab, a prep tab, delivery tab, pickups, so will call pickups. And I just like to show you some of these features. So, and as you can see, if you click on clean or prep, this one's prep, it'll give you a list of items that need to be prepped for that day, and your warehouse workers can see this and start getting onto that. It'll have the image of the items, the order number, the name of that item, the quantity that need to be prepared or cleaned, the date that they need to be cleaned by, and then we can even go in here and mark them as prepared if we know that they are, and then your warehouse workers can do the same. You can choose a date range that, if you need to go back further and double check on what's going on. But all of this is going to help you manage and get the most efficiency out of your warehouse workers. We can also go up to schedules and go to will call pickups. You would first have to select your location. If you only have one, that's fine. If you have multiple, you can do the drop down menu and select which one you're specifically looking at, your date range, and then you can sift through the days through here, and those will call orders will populate right here. You'll be able to see the customer and their information, their pickup window, what's the status of this order, is it ready, and that's where you can stay on top of things and make sure things are going efficiently, going smoothly. And then if it has been completed, you'll see who it was completed by as far as your employees, and then any actions that you need to further take, like maybe editing this will call order or such. You'll also be able to mark an order as completed once it's been picked up if it has not been marked as completed already by your warehouse workers. But all of these features are going to help you manage the efficiency of your warehouse workflow. Another aspect of More Pro that just helps you in your business is just how many features are automated. We've already mentioned the automated invoicing that's going to directly be sent to your customers the minute they fill out a quote. They're automatically going to get that invoice sent to them, which saves you a lot of time as well. But I also like to review with you the automated messaging system that we have for each customer. So again, if you go to orders and go down to the orders section and then select a specific order, scroll down to our miscellaneous order details. You can also message your customers directly here, whether that's through email or SMS text or both if you would like, but you can choose that method here. But I really wanted to highlight a really cool feature that we have inside this automation, and that is this insert template. So we already have some pre-made templates for you that you can edit: delivery reminders, new quote request email, driver mark delivered. As you can see, there's quite a few, and you can just click one of those and it will automatically put that template down into this message for you, and then you can edit that however you would like, and it'll even fill in some automated features like the order number for this delivery and in the delivery address. All of the delivery details will be automatically populated into the message, and it'll tailor the message to personally target that customer. And then you can decide if you want to send it as email, text, or both. Do we want to primarily just let the customer receive this, or do we want all contacts put on the quote to receive this message? Or maybe there's a custom selection. You can change the subject right here and edit that. And then you can also select which contacts are primarily getting this. And then once all that's good to go, you can hit send message and it will automatically send that message to that customer. Now you can also do another automation feature that will allow contracts to automatically be sent once a quote is filled out. And we can do that by going to settings and down to account settings. Click on the API tab over here on the left. And as you can see here, we can choose a contract provider and what stipulations are coming with that, depending on which contract provider you use. And then we can decide to automatically send the contracts, yes or no, and then how we want those to be sent right here, just furthering the automation of your processes for you and your business. Now, if you are a business that's not just a one-man shop and you've got multiple employees that you want to start giving permissions to this software, then you can do that by going to the settings page and going down to the users section. And it's here that we can add the users that we need to help us run our business and decide what roles they have. So as you can see, we've already got some that are in that administrative role. And I would just like to show you how you do this. So you'd hit the new user button and you can add a new team member that will have access to the software depending on their role. And those roles are either admin, manager, or crew. Now, an admin is going to have access to everything. A manager is going to oversee operations, but they're going to have limited reporting access and reporting powers. And then a crew member is going to only get to see what they need to see depending on their department and what they're doing for you, whether that's will call or delivery, etc. We can choose their department, which department are they working in for you, their email and their personal information, set up a login for them, what Metroplex for you they're operating out of, and do we want to send an email to let them know that they're getting made a user of the software, and then you would hit create user, and that's how you can start to add team members to the More Pro software. One thing we definitely got to talk about with a website and running a business is your landing page and SEO optimization, and More Pro is here to help you with that. If you go to the marketing page and go down to the SEO section, we actually have an SEO and metadata dashboard where you can see how your pages are performing and how well they're optimized with all of the information that we give you on this specific page. Now, what's also cool is you can go in here and check your metadata on everything, every aspect of your website that has metadata, and you can tailor it to make sure that it is most optimized for SEO engagement. And you can edit those things here by clicking the pen tool and editing that metadata there. And just be sure to make sure that you're keeping up on metadata as you add new things to the website, like inventory items, for example. But our SEO command center is definitely a feature you're going to want to make sure you're brushed up on to get the most out of the More Pro software. I'd also like to highlight the feature on delivery. So if you go up to schedules and go down to the delivery section, you're going to be able to select which Metroplex or location you're operating out of, and then select a date range. Once you've selected a date range that you know you're going to have some deliveries for orders that have been placed, you're going to get to see a map view of those deliveries and what needs to be made. And what's really cool with this, and as far as managing your deliveries, is that if there are multiple deliveries to be made that day on that date range, they will pop up here as A, B, and C. And you can tailor what drivers are going to which locations and when by organizing those letters and organizing those deliveries. But as you can see here, we have a delivery set up from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. and it'll give you the address. You'll be able to, as a driver who's delivering this order, you'll be able to mark when you're on the way. You'll be able to overview the order items, and you'll be able to create any notes or see any notes that have been made, and decide what visibility has those notes. Another cool feature of our More Pro software for deliveries is that based on the location that you're at and where the delivery is needing to go, the software will automatically choose a delivery route that is the most efficient for your drivers. This is also where you'll be able to assign drivers and assign vehicles for the deliveries that you have that day. Just an easy way for you to keep up with your deliveries and that whole process. I've also got to highlight our robust reporting system. And if you go to the reports page, you can see here that we have a ton of different reports. You can run a calls report, customer acquisitions, customer reports, employee reports, estimate reports, payment reports, order reports. You can get a daily summary. You can get order packets. You can get the reports on your bundles, coupons, vehicle stops, inventory capacity, revenue, sales tax, delivery fees, inventory reports, and traffic reports. Now, if you're wanting to run a report, let's just check out employee reports. That's going to take you to your employee report page where you can get insights on your employees' efficiency and output. You'd have to choose a team member, and then once you hit that team member, you'll be able to see a report on their activities and what they're doing, what they've been doing for you once they've obviously been made a user of the website. But you can see if their delivery, they're doing successful stops, unsuccessful stops, total deliveries, and then total pickups. And then if they're in the warehouse, you can see customer pickups, customer returns that they've overseen, quotes they've created, payments they've processed, contracts they've created, calls they've logged. We tried to give you an overarching broad view of what your employees, depending on the department, could be doing so that you can see the output of this employee. And then you can go down here to see any activities they've made inside of the website. You can also see how much income they've earned for your business. And there you go. There's just some of the highlights in the features that More Pro offers you and your business to help streamline your production. So if you're ready to take your rental or service-based business to the next level, then sign up for More Pro today, and we'll gladly get you started. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to get more tutorials on how to get the most out of the More Pro software.